Mr. Real Talk, your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. We late in this game right now, y'all. We have to purify ourselves, and we got to do it now. Tomorrow is not promised, Hebrew. The rest of this day is not promised. While I'm filming this video is not promised. I could give up the ghost while I'm in the middle of making this video. You could give up the ghost while you're in the middle of watching this video. We got to get real, and we got to get serious, and we got to do it now, y'all. This world that we live in gives us all a false hope, a false sense of security, making us think that everything is okay when clearly it's not. I want to thank you guys for clicking on this video and pulling up to watch this video. You could be out anywhere else doing anything else that you want to do right now, but you're here, okay? And I thank you for that. You're here because you saw something that made you want to click on this video, whether it was the thumbnail, whether it was the title, whether you just know that I'm your brother and you like to come chop it up with your broski. Whatever it is, okay? I love you guys so much. I love the Most High God, okay? This video is definitely a pre-recorded video, but I think I'm going to let this video be a premiere. So it's almost like it's live, but it's not. It'll be playing like in live time, and people will be able to come in and conversate and chop it up in live time in the live chat. Because I know that live interaction is good for us because it allows us to communicate in a way that we could not if it was just an uploaded video. So although this video is pre-recorded, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go and run as a premiere so that you guys can congregate in the live chat and talk in live time. So with that being said, I guess I gotta wait at least like 5 minutes before we do this reading to see if any brews gonna come up in here, because we know YouTube don't like to send out notifications, okay? That's why many people sometimes they miss the live, because YouTube be playing with y'all and won't tell you that I'm going live. And I was just planning on making this a quick little upload. Still not going to be long, but I'm going to give it at least 5 minutes since I'm deciding to let it run as a premiere so that some of you can come in and chat live and hang out live. It feels good when we can hang out live. I be needing it. I know y'all need it. So that's why we do it, because we a family. We do what's best for the family. That's what we about around here. This is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. We all about family, y'all. We all about family. And we all about love. The real kind of love. Not that stuff that they tell you with the Christian church. And today, we're going to be coming out of the Yahawah Bible. Yeah, Hebrew. Yeah, Hebrew. You see that? The Yahawah Bible. That's what we're coming out of today. Now look, in case you want to read in case you want to read with me and go along and compare so you can see how the King James Bible reads, or whatever kind of Bible you have. If you want to read along with me, we're going to be reading right here, Hey, we're going to be reading right here, Y'all see this? The book of Habakkuk. Now, I don't know how much we're going to read. I know I'm not going to keep you guys long because this is not one of them long videos right here. This is probably going to be a more shorter video. Exactly how long, I don't know. But it's not going to be long. I can tell you that. We're going to be reading from the book of Habakkuk, and we're going to start off at the beginning in chapter 1. We at least going to read the first 2 chapters. We might just stop at chapter 1 and chapter 2, but we at least going to read chapter 1 and chapter 2 of Habakkuk. But we're reading it. Read, Hey, somebody go in the comment sections and say, read up. We reading out of the Yahawah Bible, okay? So you guys, all of you guys out there who think that the name of the Most High God is irrelevant, you think it doesn't matter? Well, why is it right here? And how come they took his name out of the King James Bible and all of these other Bibles? If the name means absolutely nothing, why'd they remove the name from the Old Testament, where his name was at least in the Old Testament, at least 5,000 to 7,000 times in the Old Testament? But they took it out and replaced it with Lord in capital Lord, so that me and you wouldn't know his name. Why would they remove his name if it's not important? So they could bring in the other guy. Because in the New Testament, they refer to the other guy as Lord as well. You see that? And then they just slide JC right on in there. Replacement theology at its finest. In case you didn't know, this channel, we do not approve of the New Testament. We're not down with the New Testament. We're not down with the teachings of Christ. None of that. We don't drink spiritual blood. We're not over here covered in blood, covered in the blood of Christ. No! We ain't doing none of that foolishness. And we get ready to get started with this reading in about a few. Okay? In about a few. Just giving y'all a second to come on up in here though, right? Because we know YouTube doesn't like to send notifications. And since this video is actually a pre-recorded video, that's why I'm taking a couple of minutes to see if y'all gonna be able to come in so that you guys can hang out in the live chat, so that I can hang out in the live chat. All right? I make these videos because I love the house of Israel. I make these videos because I love the Most High God. I make these videos because I want to do my part. We all got a part to play. We all got a position to play. You playing your part, Hebrew? Are you trying hard as you can to repent every single day on the daily? If not, what you waiting on? What you waiting for? Are you loving your brothers? Are you loving your sisters? Are you having forgiveness in your heart when your brother or your sister sins against you? Are you forgiving your brothers and sisters? Not the fake forgiveness, the real forgiveness. Are you down for your brothers and sisters? Do you got their back? If it's time to get down, will you stand up for your brothers and sisters? Or will you cower, tuck your tail, and run? Okay, we giving it long enough. Coming out of the Yahawah Bible, reading Habakkuk, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1. The prophecy of doom, which Habakkuk the prophet saw. Do you see that right there? You see how this is starting off? So all of you people that want to say, hey, why you keep talking about destruction and all that kind of stuff? People being brutally killed, BK'd. You know why? Because the prophets saw it. And I'm seeing what the prophets saw when I read what they left behind for us to see. You can see it too. If you will stop going like this, take your hand down, Hebrew. I know it's scary. You know why? Because this is a prophecy of doom. So of course it's scary. But listen, the prophecy of doom, which Habakkuk the prophet saw. O Yahawah, how long will I call for help, and you will not listen? How long must I cry to you, violence, and you will not save? Why do you show me iniquity and cause me to see trouble? For devastation and violence are before me, and strife and contention arise. Therefore the law is neglected, and justice never goes forth. For the wicked surround the righteous, so justice is perverted. Look among the heathen and watch, wonder and astonishment, for I will work a work in your days, which you would not believe if it were told to you. For lo, I am raising up the Chaldeans, that ruthless and impatient nation, which would march through the breadth of the earth to possess dwelling places not their own. They are terrifying and dreaded. Their justice and their dignity proceed from themselves. Their horses are also swifter than leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. Their cavalry charges ahead. Their horsemen come from afar. They fly as the eagle that hastens to eat. All of them coming for violence. Their faces are set like the east wind. They gather captives like sand. They will scoff at the kings, and the prisoners will be scorned by them. They deride every stronghold, for they heap up dust in siege ramps and capture it. Then will his mind change, and he will pass on and offend, imputing this power to his gods, Elohim. And you are far everlasting. And you not from everlasting. O Yahawah, my Father, my Holy One, we will not die, O Yahawah. You have ordained them for judgment, and you, O Rock, have established them for correction. You who are of purer eyes than to look upon evil, who cannot look on iniquity, why will you look on those who deal treacherously and hold your tongue when the wicked devours the man who is more righteous than he? Why do you make men like the fish of the sea, like swimming things that have no ruler over them? They take up all them with the hook. They catch them in their net and gather them in their drag. Therefore they rejoice and are glad. Therefore they sacrifice to their net and burn incense to their drag, because by them their portion is rich and their meat plenteous, and they to continue emptying their net, slaying nations without mercy. Sounds familiar? Chapter 2. I will stand my watch and station myself on the tower and watch to see what he will say to me and what I will answer when I am rebuked. So Yahawah answered me and said, write the vision, engrave it clearly upon tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it seems slow, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. Behold the proud, his soul is not right in him, but the just will live by the faith. Yes, also, because wine is a betrayer, he is a proud man, and he does not stay at home. His greed is as wide as Sheol, the grave, and like death. He never has enough. He gathers all nations for himself and collects all peoples as his own. I think we all know who that's talking about. If you know who that's talking about, go down in the comment sections and type it in Hebrew. Will not all of these take up a taunting parable against him with a mocking proverb and say, woe to him who piles up that which is not his? How long will he keep it? Woe to him that loads himself with many pledges. Taxes. Will not those who bite you, your creditors, rise up suddenly? Will they not awaken who oppress you? Then you will become their victim, because you have plundered many nations. All the remnant of the peoples will plunder you. Do you hear that? Because of the blood of men and violence to the earth, to cities and all who dwell in them. Woe to him who covets unjust gain for his house, so that he may set his nest on high. Y'all know who this is talking about. That he may be delivered from the power of evil. You have devised shame to your house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against your soul. For the stone will cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber will answer it. Woe to him who builds a town with blood and establishes a city by iniquity. I think we know who this is talking about. at least one of them people that this is talking about. Behold, is it not from Yahawah of hosts that people labor only for the fire, and nations weary themselves only for nothing? For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahawah, as the waters cover the sea. Woe to him who gives drink to his neighbors, pouring it from the wineskin until they are drunk, so that you may look upon their nakedness. You will be filled with shame instead of glory. You who also drink and make yourself like a heathen, the cup in Yahweh's right hand will come around to you, and foul shame will come over your glory. For the violence of Lebanon will cover you, and the devastation of beasts which made them afraid, because of the blood of men and violence to the earth, to cities and all who dwell in them. Oh, what benefit is a God, El, since a man has carved it, or a molded image, a teacher of lies? For he who makes it trust in that which he has made. When he makes gods, Elohim, that cannot speak. Woe to him who says to a wooden pole, awake, to a lifeless stone, arise. It will teach. Behold, it is overlaid with gold and silver, yet in it there is no breath at all. But Yahawah is his holy sanctuary, yet all the earth keeps silence before him. Goodness gracious. All praise to the Most High. You know what? It got one final chapter, chapter 3. We're going to read the chapter 3, and we will have read the whole book of Habakkuk. Chapter 3. Listen good, Hebrew, and hit the like button if you haven't hit it. A prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet, on Shigamoth, a musical turn. So here's a prayer from Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter of Habakkuk. After this, we gone. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet. O Yahawah, I have heard your speech and was afraid. O Yahawah, revive your work in the midst of your years. In the midst of the years, make it known. In wrath, remember mercy. Yahawah, come from Teman, the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. His brightness was like the light he had raised, streaming from his hand, where his power was hidden. Before him went the pestilence, and burning plague followed close behind. He stood and measured the earth. He looked and shook the nations, and everlasting mountains were scattered, and the perpetual hills bowed. His ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction. The curtains of the land of Midian trembled. Were you displeased with the rivers, O Yahawah? Was your anger against the rivers? Was your wrath against the sea, that you rode upon your horses, upon your chariots of salvation? Your bow was made quite bare, according to the oaths of the tribes, even your word, the law and the prophets. Selah, you divided the earth with rivers. The mountains saw you, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered its voice and lifted its hands on high. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of your arrows they went, and the shining of your glittering spear. You marched through the land in indignation. You threshed the heathen in anger. You went forth for the salvation of your people, for salvation with your Messiah. You crushed the head of the house of the wicked, laying bare the foundation to the neck. You struck through with his own staves the head of his villages, when they came out like a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was like feasting upon the poor in secret. You walked through the sea with your horses, through the heap of great waters. When I heard, my heart pounded, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself. I will wait quietly for the day of trouble. When he comes up to the people, he will invade them with his troops. Though the fig tree will not blossom, and there will be no fruit on the vines, though the olive crop fails, and the fields will yield no produce, though the flock will be cut off from the fold, and there will be no herd in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in Yahawah. I will rejoice in the Father of my salvation. Father Yahawah is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He will make me walk upon my high places. To the chief musician with stringed instruments. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God. You see this? Christ is not your strength. This says, Father Yahawah is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. Y'all, get that Christ garbage out of here. That JC crap out of here. Habakkuk just told you, Father Yahawah is our strength. None of this JC garbage. We have just read the whole book of Habakkuk, Hebrew. This was the book of Habakkuk audio Bible reading. I don't know about you, but this has blessed my soul. I thank the Most High God that we read this and we read it together. You better go out there and like this video. You need to share this video right here. Share this video with somebody out there so that they see Father Yahawah is our strength. Not JC, not Yeshua, not Bahashem. And it came from the mouth of the prophet Habakkuk. Habakkuk knows where his strength comes from. Habakkuk said the Most High is going to march through the land in indignation. He's going to invade the land with his troops. That's what Yahawah is going to do, not Christ, not Yeshua. Yeshua is nothing to us because Yahawah is our strength. If you are watching this video right now and Yahawah is your strength, I want you to go down in the live chat and type in Yahawah. But that ain't all. When this video uploads, I want you to come back to the comment section because the comment section is going to stay there forever. Go in the comment section and type in Yahawah is my strength. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I love you guys out there. Later on this evening, Most High willing, we going live. I want to see all of you on that live stream later on this evening. Tav X Hebrews, I'm out.